Thank you, Chair. The state of the rule of law in Malta has been under significant strain for many years now. The assassination of journalist Daphne Caruana Galizia was the most visible consequence of this collapse, but the circumstances that enabled that assassination are still present today. At its core, the issue is that of impunity. Indeed, as the rule of law report from Malta says, progress has been made in prosecuting corruption. A former Prime Minister, politicians and public officials are being charged in court. But the only reason they are being charged is because of magisterial inquiries initiated through the work of the opposition, civil society and private individuals, and not thanks to any police investigation. The government's reaction to these charges was not an acknowledgement of institutional failure or a promise of reform, but a ferocious attack on the judiciary itself, on the prosecutors, on journalists and on civil society. There are clear deliverables that we would like to see. Prosecutions and convictions for all those involved in the assassination of Daphne Caruana Galizia and for all those involved in the cases of corruption she exposed. The implementation of the anti-corruption recommendations of the public inquiry into her assassination. A functioning and well-resourced police force that protects people and not corrupt politicians. A more efficient justice system. Robust systems to protect journalists. Governments should comply to freedom of information requests instead of creating every possible hurdle to financially cripple journalists seeking information. And while acknowledging that true, Malta became the first in the EU to transpose anti-SLAPP legislation in July, such measures are not sufficient if they fail to protect against abusive domestic litigation. The EU should review such measures and make sure they are in line with its recommendations. Rule of law is non-negotiable. It is the basis on which the Union's treaties are built. It is fundamental that all member states adhere to the treaties they signed up to when they joined the Union and safeguard these democratic freedoms. These are ultimately the core values that unite us, and it is our duty to uphold them.
Thank you, Mr. Sammut.